Your partner telling you that you are clingy can really hurt your feelings. How do you even take that? You love that person, and as far as you're concerned, you have just been showing them how much you love them, and they had the guts, the audacity to tell you that you're clingy. Well, as difficult as that may sound, it could be true. And nobody wants to be with a clingy partner. Trust me, nobody wants that. So instead of dwelling on what they said, perhaps their delivery wasn't good. But instead of letting that ruin everything both of you have, how about being intentional in trying to resolve it? I mean, in trying to stop being clingy. And you are watching the right video, because by the end of this video, you would have very important tips on how to give your partner a little break. Okay, my name is Chris and you're welcome to my channel. So the first tip on how to stop being clingy in a relationship is to get a life. Yeah, that may not be what you want to hear, but hear me out. What do I mean by asking you to get a life? If you are clingy to your partner, it's because you have so much time on your hands. It's because you have spare time. If you were busy doing something, if you were preoccupied, trust me, your partner wouldn't have a chance to tell you that you are clingy. First off, do you have a job? Do you have something you're doing? Do you have a career or profession? You need to consider getting one if you don't already. Because if you were at work, busy, trust me, you wouldn't have the time to be texting your partner all day. If you were doing something, you wouldn't have the time to be texting your partner all day. That's a very good place to start. Getting a job, having a career, doing something meaningful with your time. The more spare time you have, the more opportunity you have to cling onto your partner. Yeah? So get a life by getting a job or a career or something productive to do with your time. Trust me, if you did that, the number of times you text your partner, you call your partner would reduce drastically, because you would have other things, you'd have meaningful tasks, meaningful activities taking your time. All right. Get alive. It's very important. The second tip on how to stop being clingy in a relationship is to build your own social network. Okay. Yes, it's nice that you and your partner have mutual friends, but you don't want your mutual friends to be all your friends. If all you have are mutual friends, it means that you and your partner would have to be doing things together, would have to be, socializing with your friends together. You don't want that. It would only make you more clingy. You need to have your own friends. Friends that are not necessarily friends with your partner. Your partner may know them, but they don't have to be friends with those people too. Okay, build your own social network. Go out, connect with people. You don't need your partner's permission to be friends with other people. No. Go out and build meaningful connections when you have your own friends. I tell you what, you and your friends would have things to do together. You would have people to talk to. If you're always texting your partner or always calling them, it's probably because you don't have other people to text. It's probably because you don't have other people to have those conversations with. If you had other people, your attention would automatically be divided. Yeah, you wouldn't depend on your partner to to not be bored. You would have other people to call, other people to text to, other people to run to. Okay, build your own social network, one that doesn't include your partner, one that is completely outside your partner. Do you always do things together with your partner? Wherever your partner goes, you go. Wherever you go, they go. That may seem cool on the surface, but it's not very good. Okay, it's not. It reeks of codependency. And that's why your partner thinks you're clingy because both of you are always together. You need to stop making plans without your partner. Do things that don't involve them, okay? Do things on your own, with your own friends, with your own people, your own set, within your own social network. That's why I said earlier that you need to build your own social network. When you build your own social network, you'll be able to do things that don't involve your partner. Make plans that don't involve your partner. Go out to dinner, go to the movies, go to the theater, do whatever you want to do, fun stuff that don't involve your partner. You can tell your partner all about it later. You can tell your lover, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, husband or wife about it later, but they don't always have to be there. Okay, if the only person you make plans with is your partner, they are bound to think that you are clingy because at some point they are going to get tired of you. They may love you, but if they are the one you always spend time with, you always want to do things with, it's going to get tiring at some point. And they are going to need some space. Okay? Make plans without them. You love them, you get back to them at the end of the day. They would always be there, but sometimes you need to step out on your own, have fun on your own. When you get accustomed to doing that, I tell you, you wouldn't feel the need to always want to have your partner in the picture because even when they're not there, you would be having your own fun and you could tell them all about it later if you want to. The fourth tip on how to stop being clingy in a relationship is to establish boundaries. Boundaries for you and for your partner as well. Yes, you love your partner, but that's not an excuse for them to make them feel like they are in bondage just because they are in a relationship with you. That's not an excuse for you to have a free pass into their private life. No, those boundaries have to be established. You need to get comfortable with the idea of allowing your partner to be free. Yes, they have to be free. They are not in prison. Let them be free. They need that freedom to be themselves, to explore, to go out, to do the things that make them happy. Yes, they love being with you, but they would like to do other things. You don't have to cause a scene every time they step out on their own to do stuff with their friends or to meet with other people. No, you are stepping a line if you do that. Respect their boundary. Acknowledge the fact that their freedom is very important. You don't want to make them feel like they are in bondage. If you question them every single time they go out, every single time they do stuff without you, they're not going to feel good about it. And if they don't feel good about it, they are not going to love you as much as you want them to. Those boundaries need to be established. And I tell you what, when you respect their boundaries, when you acknowledge that they need their freedom, they would return the gesture. Both of you need it actually. It goes both ways because, as I said, you need to build your own social network. You need to have your own friends. So your partner should be able to go out on their own and have fun without you. You, on the other hand, should be able to do the same. You should be able to go out with your partner and have fun, and both of you shouldn't feel bad about it, especially if you trust each other and you know that even when the other party isn't around, you aren't going to do anything inappropriate. It's very important. If you don't give your partner the privacy, space, and freedom they deserve, they're going to have a problem with you. And I know you don't want that, because if you love them, you wouldn't want them to have a problem with you, because the more problems they have with you, the closer both of you are to the end of your relationship. Last but not the least, focus on yourself. It's great to build a social network, to have your own friends, to do stuff without your partner, but ultimately you need to get comfortable with the idea of being with and by yourself. You need to, develop yourself, make yourself a better person. Why do you feel like not being with your partner 24/7 is a problem? Why do you feel the need to always have them around? That's an issue, one that you need to resolve. Okay, you need to get comfortable with the idea of being by yourself. All right, you don't need your partner's love to feel complete. Yes, having them love you and affirming you is good, it's great. But even if they don't do that, you need to be able to thrive, to be alright, because they may not always do that. You need to focus on yourself. Okay, what are those things that make you feel like you need to cling so badly to your partner? You need to resolve those things. All right, go after your passions, do the things that make you happy, do the things that make your heart to beat. You need to, be wholesome. You need to be content with who you are. And it takes deliberate effort to get there. You need to work on your mind. It's very important, because the need to always be with your partner could stem from the fear of not being enough, the fear of being abandoned because you're not good enough for them. When you begin to feel like you're good enough with or without them, you wouldn't feel the need to always be with them, to always have them around. You'd be comfortable with the idea of doing things on your own, knowing very well that at the end of the day, you are good enough. It doesn't matter whether they see it or not. If they don't see it, someone else would. And if nobody sees it, you are still fine. You're going to be okay, because you already know for a fact, without a doubt, that you are a catch. That's it. How to stop being clingy in a relationship. Get busy, get alive, build a social network, make plans without your partner. You don't always have to do things with them, okay? Focus on yourself and ensure that you acknowledge your partner's need for freedom, establish boundaries, okay, and give them some space. Have you ever been told that you are clingy in a relationship, or have you ever told someone that they are clingy? What was that like? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Chris, and as always, it was nice talking to you in this video. Take a look around my channel and you would find other interesting videos. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. See you in the next one.